Wilbur and Orville Wright were two brothers who became pioneers of aviation over 100 years ago, who made the first ever successfully powered airplane flight in December 1903 at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina with a plane named the Wright Flyer that lasted 12 seconds in the sky and covered a space of 120 feet total. There were another few tries the same day, and the last one bested their first attempt, lasting 59 seconds and covering a total of 852 feet. After the last try, the Flyer was blown over by the wind while parked and was severely damaged, leaving it to never fly again. This is considered one of America's greatest stories. Their work revolutionized aviation and transportation history, changing the world forever. To celebrate this major historic moment, we bring you 7 fun facts about the first ever successful powered airplane flight. Number 1. Before being aviation pioneers, Wilbur and Orville owned the local newspaper called West Side News, with one of them serving as editor and the other one as a publisher. Later on, they opened a bicycle repair shop where they sold their own designs. Number 2. What inspired the Wright brothers' interest in flying was a model helicopter toy gifted by their father, Milton Wright, in 1878. It was a small rubber band-powered toy helicopter designed by French aviation pioneer Alphonse Pinard. Number 3. The brothers had first gone through some trials at the beach to accomplish more than 700 flights with their glider in 1902, and they later chose Kitty Hawk, North Carolina as the location of the first proper flight due to the constant strong winds. Number 4. The first ever steam engine was created by Thomas Savery in 1698, and from then on the engine proliferated and went through many variations before the Wright brothers tried to create one that had at least 8 horsepower and weighed less than 200 pounds. The engine built to power in the plane had 12 horsepower, with parts for an aluminum alloy engine cast at Buckeye Iron and Brass Works, with their mechanic Charlie Taylor building the new design. This engine was the one that powered all 4 flights in December 17 before being damaged when the plane was knocked over by the wind. Number 5. Even though the airplane ended up being 125 pounds heavier than its makers expected it to be, everything worked out because the propellers provided 50% more thrust than expected, so it balanced out to make the experiment a successful one. Number 6. Before what's now remembered as the first flight, in December 14, 1903, the Wright brothers attempted to fly with a plane managing a 3.5 seconds in the air before it smashed in the sand, with it ending up slightly damaged, which delayed the first flight so they could make the necessary repairs. And the way they decided who was going to pilot the Flyer first was by tossing a coin. Wilbur won, but it was Orville who passed in history as being the pilot of the first flight after the accident of December 14. Number 7. Even though now we recognize this as the major turning point in transportation history that it is, back in 1903, the flight didn't garner much attention from the media, seeing as many people of the press didn't believe the brothers' claims and only one local journal covered the event. This was all for today. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments and like, share, and subscribe to Big Aviation for more.